So Joan, tell us how this Davis program has helped your daughter's Asperger's.
Well, before Merle went through the program, and she was, I think, 26 when she started with Kathy. We tried to get her to do it right after she finished OAC, but she blew it off. We were supporting her. She was living in her own apartment, but she couldn't hold down a job. And her apartment was beyond chaotic. It was beyond messy. And within about 15 minutes, every time she and I got together, we would fight. And my husband would have to, Jim would have to try and calm us down. And it was very uncomfortable and very painful. And she blamed me for a lot of her problems. Well, the first thing I noticed about, I guess, a couple of months into her working with Kathy, I was downtown at a restaurant with a book because my experience of meeting Merle downtown was I could wait up to an hour after we were supposed to meet. And if I called her at the half hour after, she would often, one time I remember she was just getting out of the shower and she was angry at me for calling. So the first sign I had of any change was I'm sitting in the restaurant, I've got my book, the phone rings, my phone, and I look at it and it's not quite time for Merle to be there. And I answer it, it's Merle, and she says, "Sorry, Mom, I'm running a little late, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And I'm like, who is this person?
Yeah.
And she's still, I mean, to this day, she'll be late on occasion, but she lets me know, which is something that had never happened before, and she's usually pretty close to on time. So that was the first sign. And then we stopped fighting. And I didn't understand why, but we did. And it was lovely.
She could understand your point of view? Or?
She was gracious to me. She saw me as a separate person, I would say. And she was considerate in a way that I'd never really noticed before. And she and I started spending a little more time together. At the same time, she was looking for work, and we were still supporting her. And then she found her ideal job. And it really is her ideal job. She's been there for well over a year. She seems to be doing very well in terms of the boss liking her and her doing a good job. And she's described her work ethic to me. She was saying, you know, some people leave right when they're scheduled to leave, but if there's something, and she sounded almost uncertain of what she was doing, if there's something that needs to be done, I'll stay around till it gets done. And I'm going, this is the daughter I wanted. And a little while ago, I was telling this story to some friends because I do think it's a miracle. And Jim started, my husband, who's a very quiet guy normally, started talking, and he said they're really close. Speaking of Merle and me, and we are. And
that wasn't the case, though,
that
before.
Wasn't the case before. We don't fight. We are able to disagree, although we haven't much. And I meet her for coffee when I'm downtown just to get together. It's lovely.
So she's self-supporting now?
Totally.
Wow.
Yeah. I think we're a bit of a backup because she's...
It's only been...
But she doesn't... She's borrowed from us occasionally, but she pays it back. So... and she handles things. All her finances, and she's putting money away. So
this is night and day miraculous
change.
This
is night and day miraculous, and it happened when she was an adult. So it's not like a child developing. It happened as an adult. She was 26.
And how long did the program take to see these kind of results?
She saw Kathy, I think, every Monday for just over a year. And then it took another 6-8 months before she found the right job. But she looked steadily, and she had strategies, and she was working out things. And then she found this job at Silver Snail, and it fits her.
What does she do there?
She's the head cashier. That means she's the most senior cashier. She describes herself as a hostess to nerds.
So there's lots of interaction with others.
Yes, yes. And she taught herself by observation. Like, I think she could be a sociologist because she studies interactions between people and then she figures out what's happening. And, that's how she has to figure things out. She currently has a boyfriend, and the first night they met, it took her a while to figure out that he liked her, but she sort of was, why is he talking to me? What's? And then she sort of, oh, he likes me. So she has to figure out consciously what most of the rest of us do unconsciously.
Great.
So as I said before, I see it as a miracle.
Great. Thank you.